Hey, how you doing? Now, before you get too vested in this vlog, I wanted to make sure you knew we had two topics that we're going to be talking about. Off the top of the vlog, I'm going to be talking about my beard. If you're interested in my beard and a little more personal story, then stick around. If you are interested in what I have to say about Facebook privacy and our responsibility in that space, then fast forward to this spot here in the vlog. So we got beards and we got Facebook privacy in today's vlog. Big time life events. I have a big life event coming up next month. I'm getting married. Tomorrow, I have a very important step that I'm taking in getting ready for the wedding. And here is said step. And it'll surprise you. It has to do with the beard. When I grew this beard, I've always had a beard, but I've usually kept it short. But when I grew this beard out about 2 years ago, the backlash in social media on YouTube has been intense. People either love it or they hate it. I don't know why beards affect people so much. I've had so much criticism telling me it makes me look old, asking me if I want to become Santa Claus. One person posted that it makes me look like a misogynistic terrorist and asked me if it's working for me. Here's the bottom line for the beard. Doesn't matter what you think. It matters what Shan thinks. She's the woman I'm marrying. Having said that, Shan has an issue recently with the color of the beard. She's feeling it's making me look a little older than she would like me to be presenting myself in public. I don't have any issue with it. I've never worried about the color of my hair. She doesn't want it dark. She just wants it to be more like my hair and less like Santa Claus's beard. We just want to insert a little bit of the salt and peppery, a little less salt, a little more pepper, if you know what I mean. But here's the thing. I'm actually a little bit embarrassed that I'm going to be coloring my hair. I don't know what it is. I look at another man who colors his hair, and I laugh at him. I don't know why I laugh at him. It's not something I'm proud of. It's not something that I think I should be doing. I perhaps should not even be sharing this right now. But if you are my buddy and you say, Steve, do you like my new hair color? I'm laughing at you. I have nothing against Shan coloring her hair. I have no idea what Shannon's natural hair color is. I have no idea what any women in my life's natural hair color is, because everybody colors their hair, and I don't think twice of that. But if a guy does it, I'm laughing at you. And I'm wondering right now, how many of you are laughing at me?
I think you should mention the fact that you make fun of men who color their hair.
I did. That's Adina. Adina, who's the most famous person you've ever cut their hair?
Like if I said Ryan Gosling.
Wow. Okay, Adina's trying to figure out the color now for my hair. Thus it begins. I feel like sharpen your axe, executioner.
Don't ask. Use your hair. Can you?
Is this normal? Is this the way? Did Ryan Gosling do this?
Do you think anyone's gonna notice?
Oh yeah.
You do?
You wouldn't believe how often people comment on it on YouTube. This is normal. Tickles. Have you ever been cutting somebody's hair and there was actually more hair in their ears than there was on their head?
I almost just spit up a bit.
So Ryan Gosling and have you ever cut Hugh Jackman's hair?
No.
Daniel Craig?
No.
Burt Reynolds?
Nope.
Jerry Lewis?
Nope.
Jay Leno?
Negative. I just missed that.
Martin Short?
No.
Oh, really? I thought we had a shot.
No.
I thought we had a shot. Really, I said that you cut so many, and it's basically like one person. You're hanging your entire reputation on Ryan Gosling.
This guy is.
Have you cut Bruce Willis's hair?
I have not.
Sylvester Stallone?
Nope. Carrie Ellis.
From The Princess Bride?
That's right. So exciting.
That
John Cena.
just let me calm down a bit. Princess Bride's my favorite movie of all time. You know this.
It is?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you watch any of my videos on YouTube?
No.
I end every single video with "Have fun storming the castle." That's what I end every video with.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
That's funny.
And we've got a secret thing that's happening at our wedding, which is Princess Bride related.
You do?
Yes, but I can't talk about it now.
Okay. Let's trim your beard, shall
Let's trim the beard.
Seconds Conway.
We're going to the right this time. She always starts out on a side, and then I have to stay on that side until I get it cut next time. And for the last 3 times, we've been going this way. But now we're going this way, and you're totally messing me up. Okay, we done? There it is. Thanks, Adina.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, looks like Facebook screwed up royally. We all know this. This business with Cambridge Analytica has sent shockwaves through all society, and over the next few weeks, we're definitely going to see how it's all going to pan out. Already we're hearing mea culpas from management at Facebook, but the bottom line is we know that this kind of stuff is happening. We know that our information is constantly at risk, our personal information, our privacy is now completely gone, and this just kind of brings it all into stark focus, which is a good thing, and it's a bad thing. Here's my biggest concern about what's happening. It's not so much the reaction that we're all having to this, the fact that a lot of us are clawing back privacy on Facebook, that we are taking a good hard look at all of the different practices and gaining a better understanding, I guess, of the mechanisms of discovering our personal information and ways to manipulate us in different ways. That's all part and parcel of it. But my biggest concern is that entire groups of people are going to choose to completely disengage from social networking. And this is an excuse. There's a resistance to change, which is completely understandable. And we see the way things were as far better for us. And we see the way things are going with social networking and with us moving to this constantly online, constantly distracted, constantly connected society as a negative and something that we can do something about if we choose to disengage. We all want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem, and we think that being online makes us part of the problem. And this is the challenge. This is where it's wrong-headed for us to be disengaging. Instead, we have to re-engage in a more proactive and comprehensive way, understanding the nature of social networking, of social communication, and we have to take a little bit of ownership and control. I know that people in my generation, baby boomers, say, "Oh, things were so much simpler back. Kids used to be more polite. Things were easier for us. The world was a kinder, gentler place." Well, that's just BS. The world was not a kinder, gentler place. We just remember it differently. Social networking, the online world, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these aren't modifications to our life that we can change the course of by choosing to disengage. If we choose to disengage, we're choosing to pull ourselves out of the mainstream of what's happening in society, which means, at the end, that we then don't have an opportunity to become part of the solution, to help chart the course that this technology is taking. We as a species, we're evolving constantly. Language evolves, our political systems evolve. The way things weren't the way things always were. I mean, even our political system evolved over hundreds of years. And so for us to think that the way we communicate, the old way, was the way it always was, is folly. We're constantly changing, we're constantly evolving. And whether we like it or not, social networking and all that it brings along is part of the evolution of mankind. Even though it's not DNA, it's technology we've created, it's systems that we've put in place that we now have to gain ownership over. and comprehension of and understanding of it. There's an announcement coming. Gonna have to wait a sec. So the concept of us disengaging in some ways, then slowing down the change that's being brought about by all of these social platforms is pure folly. It's all it's going to do is it's going to end up marginalizing you if you choose that path, and you'll become less and less relevant as we move ahead. You become a curiosity in your own family if you don't understand the world around us. There's a couple things that you can do right away that will help mitigate some of the fear and some of the misunderstanding that's going on. We've got a video, and we'll post a link down in our description of how to modify your app settings in Facebook and your privacy settings in Facebook to take back a little bit of a measure of control. But recognize this: Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, all of these social platforms are not designed to protect our privacy. We are not their customers, we are their product. They reach advertisers through the content that we create, be it our posts on Facebook, our opinions, our communications on Instagram, the videos that we create here on YouTube. We are the product that the social networks are promoting. So their relationship with us is very different than what we think. I think we're under the misconception, especially with Facebook, that we're their customer, but in fact we aren't. The advertisers are their customers, and they are in business to make money. And the more information that they can get from us, that they can leverage to the benefit of their advertising community, the farther ahead they are. Now, on the surface, that seems just totally nefarious, and we go, why in the world would we engage? Because obviously, we get a lot from that relationship. There's a quid pro quo. We get entertainment, we stay connected with family and friends, we get all of the things that social platforms bring to the table. But it's increasingly going to be our responsibility to understand what the price is we're paying to engage in these social platforms, and to set the rules, and not just set the rules for Facebook and for the advertisers, because they're not going to listen to us an awful lot, but instead set the rules for the people within our sphere of influence, with our kids, with our parents, with our siblings, with our friends, with our coworkers. Set the rules for them so that they understand the ramifications of what's being shared and how that information is being used and how it often is being used to influence us. That's it. The end of the sermon.